Attorney Chris Dumm, and thank you for joining us on video 3 in our series of 5 videos on being a successor trustee. One of the first duties that you have as a successor trustee for one of our clients is find the red book, okay? And we're going to walk through what in the world is in this red book. The first item you'll see is a trust. The original trust will be in that red book, and that is your rule book. It tells you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Although you should call our office and speak with us and strategize on how we are to systematically administrate your loved one's trust, you're the one in charge, and you have to follow the rules. The next tab in the red book is a pour-over will. You might ask yourself, if my loved one had a trust, why would they need a will? Well, a pour-over will is a safety net. It picks up items that maybe we forgot to get into the trust, or maybe we didn't want to get into the trust. And yes, those items go to probate, but the will says, pick up what is in probate and pour it over into the trust, which is where the rules are and instructions on what to do. There is only a copy of this will in the red book because we have asked our client to put the original in a safe place. So you may need to go to a safe deposit box or get into mom and dad's safe in order to find the original pour-over will. The will be filed in probate court. That may be the only thing we do, is merely preserve the will in case there are assets that pop up later and we need to probate them to get them into the trust. Another advantage of having a pour-over will is if our client had minor children under the age of 18, then the will nominates who they want to raise those children. The next tab is a financial power of attorney. You may say, well, if everything was in the trust and I am the trustee, then why do we even need a power of attorney? Well, there are certain items we cannot put into a trust, certain personal items, like the right to defend our client if they were sued. If they were mentally incapacitated and someone sued them, we would need a power of attorney so that you could assist our client and hire an attorney to defend them. So it functions kind of like a safety net. If there are items that are not in the trust, you can use the power of attorney to put them into the trust. Or you can exercise personal decisions for our client. The next document in the red book is an affidavit or certificate of trust. This is the document that tells third parties, this is what you need to know. Here's the name of the trust. Here are the trustees. This is the address of the trustee. It is in full force in effect. Just the quick information that a third party needs without all the extra information like who is the beneficiary, how does the beneficiary get their stuff, all those personal things that third parties, it's quite frankly none of their business. The next 3 tabs in the red book are not necessarily legal documents. Okay, the first tab is a trust transfer documents tab, and this is where we have pieces of paper that prove certain items have been transferred to the trust. The next tab is a life insurance or a long-term care insurance list, where our client may have annotated and written on a worksheet different policies that they have, who the agent is, what the account numbers are, to assist you in administering their estate. The next tab is a locations list or a key information list. Again, we have told our clients, please do not write on documents. However, we have also expressed to them, please do fill this part out, because this is where they list where can you find the rental agreement for the rental house. Where can you find the stock certificates for the corporation that they own with their brother? Okay? This is your roadmap to help you find where the pieces of paper are. We have given our clients specific instructions to write, to keep that up to date, and we have warned them ahead of time that we are telling you that we give you permission to bug them to keep that up to date, because it will make your life a lot easier if they do. Okay, the next tab is a legal document, and that is the Healthcare Power of Attorney. The original is in the Red Book, and this is a document that appoints who would make medical decisions for our client if they were unable to do so. There's probably a first choice, there's probably a backup, and then maybe another backup, so that if one of the earlier choices are unable to serve, we have a backup to make medical decisions for them. The next document is a HIPAA Authorization Form. This deals with privacy issues. The HIPAA stands for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, and you can't find out where someone is or if they're at a medical institution unless they have told that medical institution it's okay to talk to you, or unless you have this form and your name is on it. So look in the Red Book, and hopefully your name, maybe other family members' names are on there, and that is their ticket to information on how your loved one is doing. The next document is an advanced medical directive or a living will. This is a document that says if our client gets to the point of being in a persistent vegetative state or a terminal illness with no reasonable hope of recovery, then this document states the type of care and heroic measures they do or don't want in that situation. The next document is something that we've asked our clients to fill out, and that is a memorial instruction form. This is 10 to 12 pages long, and it asks them questions like, what information would you want in your obituary? What are your wishes on burial? Do you want it to be open casket, closed casket? Do you want it to be cremated? So look in there to find out funeral and burial wishes. The next document is an Anatomical Gift form, and the original is in this Red Book. And this merely states what their wishes are regarding organ and tissue donation. If our clients were married, then in their document also is a tenancy agreement. The original should be in there, and it merely deals with the types of ownership and making sure that proper ownership is obtained before items were transferred to the trust. The next tab is a personal effects tab. We have found that most family rifts do not occur because someone got $1,000 more than someone else. But there are multi-generational disputes that do occur when someone gets grandma's pie plate and I was supposed to get it. So we've encouraged our client to make a list of who is supposed to get what of personal heirloom items. So behind this tab is a very important, could be a handwritten list of who they want to get certain items. The final tab in the Red Book is other documents. And as you might expect, that's where we put anything else we couldn't figure out where else to put it. It's at the back of the Red Book. You may find a health instruction letter there where they have given you even more instructions on how they would want you to make healthcare decisions for them if they could not in certain instances. If they have minor children, then we have given them kind of a form letter to fill out to give the guardian of their children more instruction on how they would want their children to be raised. Finally, there is a successor trustee instruction letter that is a letter hopefully signed by the client to you, stating some of the items that you need to do if you're called upon to be their successor trustee. I want you to remember that you're not alone as a successor trustee. Your estate planning attorney will be there to assist you and your family during this difficult time. On our next video, we're going to talk about what are some of the roles that a trustee has when they're caring for one of our clients who has a mental incapacity. Please join me on the next video.